finally expanding universe that finally ends in heat death when all energy sources are exhausted. So there is one more theory which has been extracted again from this Big Bang theory, what we call as, and that is known as the modification of the Big Bang theory, that is known as oscillation theory, and in which an expanded universe eventually reverses and collapses back to a big crunch before starting to expand again. So this reverse cyclic process, the endless series, there they try to again emphasis on a thing that the universe expands by its own. But when we go through the Quranic point of view, and in the divine scheme of the creation of the universe, Allah put forward a clue for those who do not believe how universe was created. Awalam yaral lazina kafaru ana samawati wal ardi qanatan ratakna fafataknahuma waja'alna minal ma'i kulla shay'in hayyin afala yuminun. Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were jointed entity? The two words here has been used, which I will try my level best to discuss. Ratakna and fatakna. Ratakan. And then God is saying, and we separated them and made from water every living thing. Then will they not believe? And it is mentioned in Surah Anbiya, verse number 30. So in the Quranic scheme of the creation, everything was initiated with a thought known in history as Big Bang. And this concept has impact on modern science as well as the scientific philosophy or social science philosophy. In Islamic theory of the creation, the word Ratkan is used to explain how the universe was created, because earlier it was a mass which has been blasted, what we call as scientifically Big Bang, and then God set his throne on the arsh, as it is mentioned the other verses of the Quran. But here the scholars, they also tried to emphasize, particularly the modern scholarship, they got divided into that there are two types of universe, or what we call as the cosmos. One is known as macrocosmos, the whole universe, and the human being itself. What I understood from this, when we called human being itself from modern point of view as a microcosmos, the humans are trying, who do not have belief on the divinity, trying to think themselves as the ultimate realities of the life. They have the power of their own mindset. While as when we go through these two words of the Quran mentioned in the verse of the Surah Anbiya, that I have later on blasted, and then I called both in the other verse of the Quran, earth as well as the heavens, whether you came willingly or unwillingly. So we can say simply from Quranic point of view, Allah created all life as per the Quran is the guarantee and the evidence for we people. He is the creator, he is the originator, guardian, and disposer of all things, and his mode of creation depends on a command, what has been called kun fayakun, be and it becomes. And it is also a point of discussion, does God need time to create things, or does these two words kun fayakun are just words to say and it becomes. But when we go through the Quranic scheme of the creation, these words actually it is an order, and then order gets fulfilled with a time gap, as mentioned in the Quran, that everything is set right within few ayams, as mentioned in the Quran, that Surah 50 verse number 38, and verily we created the heavens and the earth, and that all in between them in 6 days. And I have no problem, what we call as weirdness is not touching me in this regard, what I create. So again in Surah Marriage, verse number 4, one day in Quran is equal to 50,000 years on earth. So Muslim scholarship interpret the description of a 6 days creation as 6 distinct periods. So keeping in view that Muslim scholars developed a complete different theory of cosmology in comparison to the Greeks, the Greek philosophers, on the issue of infinite past with no beginning. So keeping in view, when we are talking about the creation of the universe, the God has definitely created it with a definite time. Then what Greek philosophers are trying to explain, it is infinite. And again, it takes us to the secularistic point of view, where the modern scholarship is trying to believe on the theories or the philosophies like existentialism, nihilism, and others. And in this regard, the Imam Ghazali had rejected the nihilistic existence of the universe and declared everything in this universe has a definite purpose and has been created in a definite period. So in such a way, we can say that the purpose of the universe is what has been put forward in the Surah Rad, that وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. But different civilizations tried their level best to explain their own scheme of what we call as Quranic cosmology, universal creation. In this regard, George Murdoch listed 68 civilizations that have fashioned cosmologies, and the root of the cosmos refers to a word that encompasses everything, but divergence in arguments is prevailing about the origin and the existence of the universe. So scholars were got divided into two main domains of the philosophy. One, in the present times, called positivists, who consider empiricism as the reality of the existence, while as on other group, whom we call as traditionalists, they held the metaphysical argument about the existence of the universe. Most of the philosophers discussed cosmos in their respective theories and considered matter as the primordial and eternal, such as Bertrand Russell argued that the universe is eternal, it has no beginning, and it will never end, and consider universe infinite. But another scholar, David Hilbert, held opposite view. The infinite is nowhere to be found in a reality. That means it is a vague term. It neither exists in nature nor provides any legitimate basis for rational thought. So according to him, that the role that remains for the infinite to play is solely an idea. While as Imam Ghazali on the existence of the universe, once again I am quoting him here, considers God as the only cause of existence, and he is the direct cause of whole creation. And he defended Mutakallimun doctrine on a rational and epistemological grounds. So many verses of the Quran expresses and motivates to study nature and the history of the universe, to understand the concept of cosmology, how it originated, how it is going on, what kind of force is behind it, which runs it, and how it will come to the end. While as Imam Razi mentioned, he is saying that at least 35 verses of the Quran related to the thinking and the study of the universe. So keeping in whole the scholarly point of view on the table, different theories were put forward by modern scientists too about the origin of the universe and its a huge blob
You are
at that
advised
time.
to present your conclusion.
Okay,
you have
okay,
only
sir.
5 minutes more.
Okay, sir. So we can say the Quran also says about the nature of the universe and would build the sky with power, and we always extended it. The word Mosu'un is translated, we extend it, referring to the ever expanding world. So according to the Mutakallimun, the world is not eternal, but was created some finite time in the past. Space and time has no meaning and never existed before the creation of the world. So I will come to the conclusion that when we go again to the Quranic perspective, in Holy Quran, the time is mentioned as a celestial day, because the word ayam in Surah 7 verse number 54 is the plural of the yom, which means the thousands of the years. And again, it is mentioned in the many verses of the Quran that how I have created and how I will brought it to the end. So before Quranic revelation, Greek philosophy dominates on all walks of the life, and Greek philosophers considered heaven as a transparent plastic material with luminous heavenly bodies known as stars. But while as disagreeing to a Holy Quran acknowledges not only the motion of the earth, but also extraterrestrial life existing between the skies and the earth. From Quranic perspective, Earth's rotation is significant and is not stationary as upheld by the Greek philosophers. So we can say the cosmological realities put forth in the Quran has unique academic character and has strong attraction magnetism on research grounds. Information related to the creation of the universe is scattered in the whole Quran in a variety of ways, and God encourages everyone for the quest of knowledge and prompts humans for the application of their intellect consecutively to apprehend the cause of the cosmic creation as mentioned in the different Quranic verses. Detailed signs are forward for the humans in the Holy Quran to receive the admonition. So while concluding, I can say Quran is a complete code of guidance in every sphere of life. Without having any boundaries of time, place, or nation, men of belief are those who have positive mindset and lead towards building up of the human civilization without distinction of the region, religion, and superiority. So it is a matter of great research to understand the cosmos and know how it originated. So बकौल अल्लामा इकबाल, ये कायनात अभी ना तमाम है शायद, आ रही है दमादम सदाए कुन फयकून. Thank you very much for providing me a chance to present the